Aries, welcome back for your October reading. Those of you who are new, welcome. If you're wanting a booking, the link, as I say in all the videos, is directly below. Now, if you feel that this information has been valuable to you after the video, feel free to actually like and comment, because that bumps it up in the queue in the feeds. And then somebody else perhaps may, if you feel it's valuable, then somebody else may like to look at the video as well. So that's the way the YouTube settings are at the moment. Now let's tune into what's going on with you guys. Now, your crowning energy of what's coming in, and just viewing over the cards, which I'm going to pull the love section of the reading separate, but in your general energy, the way you're coming in the month is there's something actually not letting go of. This can be a dispute, it can be a vibration, especially since we're purging. It can be an aspect of something that you're physically unable to spiritually let go of at this point. So it can be a blockage. So try and keep your chakras aligned correctly to see where perhaps something might be going on. I'll pull a chakra card, but we'll continue reading. Okay, now the challenges you're going to have, this can be, like I said, this can be an emotional related trigger where in some shape or form you're being too harsh and judgmental towards yourself. And it's like you're micromanaging yourself and you're critiquing yourself in your work environment, or you know, in your relationship, where it comes to your kids and your friendships, because you've got responsibility in reverse. It doesn't mean to say you're not being responsible. It definitely is showing that you feel you're really judging yourself quite harshly, or you're feeling that external parties are doing this. Because for you to shine, it's like, it feels like there's a lot of energy on you, and especially through all the purging we've had, it's been challenging to deal with that. So it can be something cropping up this month where you're feeling like, God, you know, we've just made it through certain planets, now there's other things coming, what next? It is going to be a vulnerable time, especially when Venus does go retrograde, and it's pouring here. But in order to deal with these challenges, you're going to need to get to a place where you can physically meditate. So by having that space and distance from the situation, you're going to be able to really sit there and see how you feel, not how you feel other people feel, directly connected to what your actions or your responsibilities are. I feel people are going to need upon you quite a lot this month. This can be, again, relationships, work, family, and you're feeling the energy's just lightened off, and it's like you've moved through an aspect of a purging storm for some, not for all. Look at your rising signs. And you're looking at life going, okay, now I'm picking up pace. Now, in the monetary sector, again, it can be that you're being very critical, or because of the exhaustion and the aspects of responsibility on your shoulders, you're finding it hard to tune into what you feel is best for you. This can be within your job, or with a direct environment that is cash component. It can be you have too many responsibilities, you've got too many bills coming in, you have family members perhaps needing on you, but it just feels it's really blocking your intuition when it comes to knowing how to deal with it. Some of you may actually feel that a job-related environment needs changing. And I'm feeling as though you're not focused completely on that, because there's other dynamics going on, but spiritually speaking, it might not be a balanced environment for you completely. Some of it isn't part of your destiny, you may feel, or that if something, in a sense of, it's not balanced at work, it doesn't have to directly connect with you. Does that make sense? So you might be feeling that I'm not being responsible, but the energy that's coming through feels, if something of a 3D nature is coming down or not working correctly, there's a different perspective you can look at to change that dynamic, if that's possible. But don't feel that there's a punishment connected to that environment, that, you know, if people are coming at you and you've got too much on your plate, that, gosh, is this not working? Maybe it's not my destiny. It's more an external situation or another party that is directly impacting this area, and they're putting pressure on you, because I can feel your energy being piggy in the middle of something. in the area of your health, you are going through the transformation. It can be the whole Kundalini awakening, but you are looking at everything and you're like, God, I've changed so much. I don't even know what's Arthur, Martha, or May right now. Okay, how do you get grounded in this area? It can be heart chakra. Okay, you've got 2 that's dropped down. There you go, heart chakra. So what's changed is a romantic environment, the way in which you see it, the way in which you feel it, and where the balance is. It can be that you're coming into a situation and you're feeling slightly vulnerable and uneasy, like you don't know whether to jump in. This can be a past tense situation for some of you, but the potential within it is very healthy. Now, even at a health aspect, very separate, you know, you're desiring a healthy aspect to come about. That can be purging old habits. It can be taking up a fitness plan. You looking at things from a very cleared chakra point of view, where you're wanting to be very grounded to make decisions upon what you feel is correct for you, of a romantic nature, of a spiritual nature. But these areas are going to be areas you will need to focus on this month. So that can be anywhere where you have some goals. You're going to need to keep balanced in that area, because with the passion, as long as you feel spiritually passionate about an area you're working with, your health will be balanced. If you're passionate about a person, you can move any obstacle. You know, you can work through those energies. Your cravings and fulfillment might get triggered, especially since something you're not wanting to let go of, and it can be this relationship or this connection. But I feel it's a vibration, a feeling. So you can be triggered with food this month, or, you know, aspects of things that we use as band-aids to cope with it. I do feel some of you will have a bit of trouble sleeping, but it does feel the environment's changing. What you're not seeing is the belief within yourself, and it can be due to a previous scenario in these areas that are triggering you to a point you're thinking, gosh, am I going to make this happen? Is this going to be okay? How am I going to move through this energy at a grounded level so I can get the best out of the situation? But in your spiritual core sense, it's saying that you do have the strength in order to make this happen. So any areas of adversity that you're going to be dealing with, you physically do have the strength. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo. Now, you need to have more compassion towards yourself, because you are undergoing a transformation. And these environments are undergoing a mass transformation as well. So if they're feeling like there's hiccups occurring in little pockets of your life, it's because you're going through a transformation and you need to be gentle with yourself during this process. Love. Okay, you are going to get to a place where both your chakras and your energy are going to feel very balanced. And it's a number 1 card, so you're going to have you're still working on the aspect of being a dual energy. And when I say that, coming into that whole energy of feeling totally grounded, balanced, where you can adjust to the dynamics of what's changing. So it can be the relationship is gaining new vitality, or the person you're thinking about that you're in love with, that it can move to that next level. It's breathing new life into that situation. But your passion and desire, providing you're passionate about it, it's going to flow well. If you're not, it's giving you the clarity to see what you are and what you're not passionate about. And that's very much what this year's been about. It's been about a mass assessment. Okay, you're moving out of an energy of sadness and isolation. So it's like you're on the precipice of moving into it. Now, be it you're in the relationship, you know, those wounds, if they're healed and you've been working on them, it's having that openness where you can reach that next level within that connection and commitment. You know, if it is being prepared and ready to be open to love or a given person, it's saying that you're moving through that and you're ready to do that. You're still, in a way, you know, not understanding that the safety is in you being the master of your heart, okay? You don't need to guard it. You just need to be mindful of, if you're passionate, be truthful always in your own energy. Never regret, you know, get to a point where if you're passionate about it, you can only try and you can only give what you have. But if you hold on to it, you're not investing in the situation 100%, and you're only going to get the same equation out. It's almost the laws of attraction. So if you're looking at it, be it you're in it, you're manifesting it, or you're recovering from it, don't block your heart to a point where you feel you can't have this, because you can turn that energy around. You know, it's safe. It's always protected. When it bruises it does heal. It does hold those energies, but what it brings out is new lessons. So, you know, that flutter you feel when you first fall in love, you don't want to miss that opportunity. And by keeping it in that energy, it's preventing it. But it's showing that you're doing heart chakra work. You're gaining perspective on what you're passionate about, and that's in every area of your life. When that's balanced, it's the scales. There's no perfect balance. It's what you feel spiritually is balanced. Now, you're using your intuition within the relationship, but it might be, and that's what I was saying through the reading, it felt like your energy was elsewhere. So these other areas might be problematic because you're really meditating on where to go from here. And some of you might actually have a different job offer. So this might be impacting you making a decision in this area for some of you. Where's the other deck? Now, this person, okay, you're really thinking on this though. Although you want the new vitality within it, it might be this person needed time to meditate and, you know, didn't see it coming, because you've got clock time in reverse. So even though there's new vitality, it may be an energy where you're swept off your feet and you're caught in that moment and you realize this, you know, this connection you both spiritually have together. But, you know, don't put a time frame on it. Allow it to kind of evolve naturally, because ultimately speaking, there is a new vitality coming through in this connection. Where you're moving out of the sadness and being more prepared to be open. You know, you kind of, again, the intuition here for the third eye is within the connection. You've got this card in reverse. I wonder what will happen next. Ready to adventure, precipice of change, pause before action. Well, it's before you. It's right in front of you. And how you deal with it, you know, with your heart, you need to speak your truth, but you're choosing not to. So, you know, you can change the equation of the reading by your direct actions. You can choose to do this. I'll pull a clarification on that. Why are they guarding their heart? Okay, you're certain about something, but you're still guarding it. And it might be because you're being fair towards them. But I feel it's temporary energy. I don't feel it's a permanent energy. So it might be they're dealing with things. So you're like, oh, am I safe? But intuitively, you know you are. So you know what's coming about. And it can be for some of you, especially being a, what number card was it? You adding to a 3, it's you using the tools, you're using your intuition connected to it. Now your intuition card for the third eye is a 6, which is, you know, man, which is, again, love. Know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. So it's like you're meditating. And for some of you, this can be 2 people you're meditating upon. It can be a past tense person, and it can be, you know, this offer has come back in, and you're on the cusp of making a separate decision. So it might be that you need to really meditate on it. It could be their energy as well. So it just depends on how it's going to relate to you. But the energy of what it's looking like is you're meditating upon it, but a decision has regardlessly been made. Okay. Outcome. Okay, the decision is going to be in your hand. And again, okay, so you're still doing an aspect of healing, so you might be putting the brakes on, but I still do feel your intuition is telling you completely what you want to do, so follow that. If you intuitively know through this reading, and you already have, but you needed confirmation, this is saying you're on the right track. At the moment where the energy stands, we'll be having mid-months as well. It's asking you to take the lead. So if you're saying, hey, I need a little bit more time, I need to think about this, or you're working through a given relationship and you're taking the lead because maybe the other person is healing, it can be their energy. You're coming out of that sadness, and again, it can be connected to someone who you had a previous connection with where the dreams didn't reach their potential, and that's why you're putting the brakes on. And you've also got the heart chakra in reverse, and that's connected to the certainty of something and the right way. So try and do this the correct way. These cards can change if you act towards it differently. If you have that self-awareness of the reason of which you're doing it, you're choosing from that place. And if that's what makes you feel safe and you're guarding, you intuitively are choosing from that point of view. But if you are directly in love and connected to the person you're with, or to the person, you know, this reading is directly connected to, it's asking you to follow your intuition. You know, yes, you're healing, but you can only break those shackles, okay? So it's either both of you feel connected. It's when that comes about for that movement in the connection to come about. So I'll leave it there. And again, if you want me to flow into your energy in particular, you can go to the link and there are bookings on the website. If you want an emergency booking, you can email me via the website and I can tee it up for you on the day. Love and light.